What's going on, true believers? Tevin here, and it's been a while since I checked in with my best friend, my good buddy, my pal, friend Tillian, Darkside Phil. And as you see here, we're at the weekend preview. It's been a while since we've done this. I have to space out the words. We're at the weekend preview. It's been a while since we've done this, but this is a weekend preview. September 6th, 2015, Mario Maker, Metal Gear Solid 5, Mad Max, Fallout all capital letters. 45 likes, 27 dislikes. Give it a like if you want to. Give it a dislike if you want to. He posted his first comment. First comment says, first comment dot suck it, which is fan interaction. And this is a comment I want to point out. It's gonna make sense later on, but it says, you don't have time to go through your old playthroughs for a montage? Don't make it a Patreon goal. And someone else replied and said he's being straight up lazy. No surprise with Phil these days. When you see this video, let me know if these comments still exist, because I'm pretty sure they won't, because DSP loves to monitor his comments. Fair enough. Anyway, I wanted to show this because this is really fucking good. And I guess you can consider it fan art for me, even though I don't really consider people that watch my videos as fans. But this is 10 times better than that fucking 8-bit bullshit DSP got on his gaming channel. So, yeah, just wanted to show that. And if you tweet this girl, don't tweet her some stupid shit because she made a picture for me. Even if you don't like me, you have to admit this is a really good fucking picture. But let's get the show on the road. 23-minute and 52-second long video, so maybe my video is gonna be less than 40 minutes. We shall see. Depends on how much I have to actually talk about, and depends on how much dead air is in the beginning of the video. There we go. Oh boy, let's see what's going on in the world of Darkside today, as I mess with my audio levels. Hello everyone, Darkside.
Hello everyone.
Here.
Wow, I actually got it right this week.
Hello,
I can't believe
everyone.
it. Look at this. The camera's the right thing, the lighting is correct, everything is good. Wow,
I love the lighting is correct when he looks like a fucking zombie in every video he makes. He's gray as hell.
We can preview correctly for once.
Well,
Hello
whatever.
everyone and
Hello,
welcome.
everyone.
Tonight is Sunday, September 6, 2015. I'm Darkside Phil and welcome to the
Now,
weekend preview. We
He
are
says tonight is Sunday. I mean, you know, fair enough, he uploaded this on Sunday, but this video went live. It was like 10 something my time. So most of the people that see this won't see it on Sunday, but
now
whatever.
in the
You
second
have
week
to
of
label your
September.
videos
We're moving
in some
firmly
kind of way.
ahead in this hardcore gaming season.
Hardcore gaming season.
We're right in the middle of several different playthroughs and projects.
Projects.
So what I want to do in this weekend preview...
Playthroughs and projects. A project is a playthrough for him. Literally playing a game and talking and uploading to YouTube is a project to him. It's no difference. That's the project. A project isn't like Project 7, which we're not going to talk about anymore, of course, because duh. And a project isn't like, you know, a video series or like a montage. No, a project is me playing a game, cutting it up in some pieces, and uploading it to YouTube. So this is a project. This video I'm recording right now, this is a project. So, you know, some projects in the works.
And get everyone up to speed. I want to explain to everyone what's been going on, let you know what to expect this coming week. I know there's a lot of questions about when am I going to see, when is this going to happen,
to say in the beginning, welcome, people. I don't think I said my name, but welcome, people. Tevin here. And we're doing this video under a different YouTube channel because my other YouTube channel is more or less dead because it got fucked over by some stuff that I'm not going to talk about anymore because we're going to push on positively. And yeah, I'm doing videos on this channel from now on, and I might post stuff on the old channel. I got an idea that's been whirling around in my head for the last few hours that I might go through with, and I'll post that on the old channel just to even put stuff there. But pretty much everything from now on is going to be going on this channel. Pretty much. Which is disappointing because I honestly would have like to have two different channels because I got really, really long videos that I don't want to have on the same channel with not as long videos, but you got to roll with the punches. You got to do what you got to do. A baby's got to do what a baby's got to do, as Tommy Pickles used to say. And yeah, something else I wanted to say in the beginning of this video, but I forgot. So let's just keep going.
Happen. So I want to try to clarify as much of that as possible as I can in this video. Okay.
Okay.
Before we get started with the schedule and explanations of projects and everything,
I should have
very
had a counter
briefly,
for this video.
Thank you to those of you who pledged to my Patreon account in the month of August. FYI, you know, August ended, so that window has
for the money,
closed.
dummies.
And this week, everyone who's pledged was basically getting processed by Patreon. Now, I once again, as usual, this first week of the month, kind of play it by ear to see, gee, I wonder if we're going to hit all of our goals. The good news is we hit all the goals for August.
Yeah, because
so,
you lowered the amounts.
yes, at the end of September, we're going to have an Indies mini marathon, which is going to be awesome. I haven't done one in a few months, and I'm very excited to do that. And there'll be more info forthcoming on that. However, as usual, there was a lot of people who were declined when they were getting their pledges charged. And
Trolls.
I don't know what the reasoning, why this happens every month. Some people, it's happened more than once. Some people, they pledge and then it just never goes through.
Trolls.
FYI, if you were declined, I sent you a message on Patreon. You must fix your info for the next couple of days, because by the end of this coming week,
you said that last
I'm going to be working on the perks. So if you were a patron in the month of August, your perks are coming shortly. Within about a week's time, I'll be processing and working on all of those.
Is this the Patreon end preview or the weekend preview?
So in particular, I wanted to throw that out there and let everyone know, because I know some people had questions about, gee, are we going to be doing the Indies Marathon this month?
But remember, people on Twitch beg.
A montage this month. And yes, the good news is there will be a montage in the month of September. It's going to be the best and worst of DSP classics. Alan Wake. Yes, it was actually Alan Wake, which the patrons voted on throughout the month of August and nominated as the next DSP Classics playthrough. Now, I have to say this. This is a little different than the last one that I did. If you remember when I did Start the Party, that was not Start the Party, excuse me. When I did TV Superstars, that was the last DSP Classics montage that I did. That was a short playthrough. It was just like, I think, around 20 parts or so. So once I went through all those videos, which took me, you know, a couple hours, I was able to pick out the funniest parts and make the edited videos. Unfortunately, Alan Wake is a longer playthrough than that. We're talking 5+ hours, if I remember correctly. I think it was like 6-7 hours of a playthrough. And that's great because the game was good, but let's face it, Alan Wake I played in, what, 2009, 2010? I don't really remember much of the playthrough. I remember a few minor things, like I remember the power going off. I remember one or two funny things in the forest, although I have no idea what parts of the playthrough that was. So, really, I couldn't easily go back and make this montage series. So, FYI, I have made a thread on thekingofhate.com in the playthrough section of the forums where I am invoking you, please post up your favorite moments of the playthrough. Because people want to see this montage series is what they voted for, but sorry, I don't have 8 hours to sit here and watch my own playthrough, you know what I mean? You are the guys and gals who watched that playthrough, and quite honestly, you probably have a lot more of a recollection of your favorite parts of that playthrough than I do. So, rack your brains, think back, head to the forums, nominate your...
I was spoiled on this on Twitter by Dragon Killer, and I was just floored when I saw his, you know, his quotation of what DSP said, and hearing him actually say it, I'm mind fucked. This dude has the nerve to say, give me money and I'm gonna make a montage. Remember when he made montages for free? When he used to do the best and worst of insert game here? Remember when he was supposed to do it for Minecraft and Bloodborne and he got those videos taken down, allegedly, because someone else came on and said they didn't? I'm not gonna talk about that in this video, but remember when he did free montages of each individual game and then he stopped? And then montages turned into a Patreon goal, and he started doing them every month. Yeah, he gets paid through Patreon to do montages, $500 a month. And instead of, you know, he could easily just watch it, or he could play it in the background. He could start his, I forgot the name of the fucking game, but he could start the game, he could start the playthrough in the background and do other stuff while he listening to it. He could listen to himself talk. When he says something interesting or he laughs at something, he look at the screen and say, oh, something happened here. Let me write this down and let me cut this part out. He could do that. And it wouldn't take any extra time. While he looking at videos and putting videos in playlists or tagging videos, he could let this shit play in the background. You know, fucking God forbid he actually takes time and sit down and pay attention. You know, even if he doesn't want to do that, he can still let the shit play in the background. When I used to edit my playthroughs a long time ago, but even when I do stream highlights now, you know, some stuff I remember, sometimes I don't remember stuff, but I let the whole stream play in the background, and if my ear catch something, I go to that part and find it and cut it out. It takes no extra effort to do that. It's the equivalent of listening to a fucking ebook. He can't even do that. He has the nerve to ask his fans to give him money to do a montage every month, and then he says, well, I played the game in 2009, so I don't remember it, so you watch it and find parts for me to put in the montage. You just said yourself you played it in 2009. No one fucking remembers it. This is why you make the montage, because no one remembers it. You make the montage to make us remember. If I have to sit on YouTube and watch his playthrough of it, what's the point of me watching the montage? I watched the playthrough. This is the definition of laziness. The definition. This is like going to McDonald's and saying, I want a double cheeseburger, and the lady at the counter or the man at the counter give you a slab of meat, some lettuce, some cheese, and some bread, and say, go in the back, the fryer already turned on. Pay us when you're done making the fucking burger. Phenomenal.
Favorite moments, and I'll use that as a guideline as I jump around the videos later this month when I start working on that montage series. And
he already had his fans do all of his artwork for him, and that fucked him over. Now he want to get his fans to go back and watch his old videos from 5-6 years ago, find parts they like, and then let him know about the part they like. Do you have any fucking shame?
You say, well, when is that going to happen? That's going to happen probably the middle to second half of September, because right now I'm really kind of applying myself.
And it's not, this is the last time I'm going to talk about it. It's not even long. It's not even long. It's a short playthrough. He said it's like 5 or 6 hours or some shit. It's probably like 7 or 8 hours because it's DSP. That takes no effort, dude. You could sit in the bed and play that shit on your iPhone or something, because you got like a fancy phone. You sit in the bed and play that shit on your phone and have your headphones hooked up. You hear an interesting part. You say, okay, this interesting part happened on part 7. All right, I'm going to write down part 7, or I'm going to type down part 7 in my phone. You find a bunch of interesting parts. Boom. There you go. You got a montage. And then his montages, yet again, is another point I could bring up. His montages are short. And they're not short, I'm lying. His montages are based on segments. So he don't even have to watch the whole playthrough. He could watch the first 25 parts, which would take him maybe, 3 hours? So 3 hours, he could play the playthrough in the background in his headphones like he listening to music. He could do that for 3 hours. He hear himself laugh or he hear himself say something interesting, mark that down. Remember that for later. Do that for 3 hours. He might have 7, 8, 9, 10 parts. Find some other parts for filler. Boom, you got a 15-minute long montage. It took you no extra time because you was just walking around the house doing chores and doing errands anyway, and you was listening to it through your headphones. But, you know, people that run YouTube channels and call it a business, they don't think that way. They don't have forward thinking. They just force their fans to do the work for them. And they force their fans to pay them
to play the games that I'm playing, which we're going to talk about in a moment.
Whatever.
One thing I'm sure people in the comments are going to say, oh my god, look at Phil's goatee. It's grown out. It's much bigger. For a while there, he had a very small goatee, and now it's big again. I wonder what happened.
He reads hater comments about his goatee.
Like I'm going bald on my face or something. No.
Yeah,
here's really what happened.
Comments he talking
Last
about.
year, a year ago, when I moved across the country, I remember I was shaving at one point, and I misshaved. Like, I shaved wrong. And because of that, I trimmed my goatee too small.
33
and
man.
I didn't want to have it look weird where I was growing patches of the goatee out. But I never really thought about it. It was never like at the tip of my mind. And it's hilarious when I watch the comments on these like vlog videos, like
hater comments.
Phil's goatee looks like shit. It looks like he's got bald patches in his goatee. It's so stupid.
Comments.
Makes no sense. Obviously, it's just I shaved it wrong, right? And I never grew out my beard to regrow the goatee. Well, this past week I was sick. Remember, I had 3 days off last week where I was just dying sick, couldn't do work. So I wasn't filming, I wasn't doing nothing. So I grew out the beard, and by the end of this week here, because I knew I wasn't going to do any vlogs or anything this week, I grew it out, and I finally shaved it. So as you can see, I've got my original goatee back. Yes, it's back in its original form. And I'm going to try to conform it to this shape from now on. Although, you might notice there's some white hairs in there. Those aren't patches. A lot of people say there's patches. That's not patches. Those are actually white hairs. You know, I'm getting older. I'm 33 years old.
Oh, no.
And, you know, I'm going to start getting white hairs. It's just, that's it. You know, I'm heading towards my middle age at this point. Old. So we'll see. Hopefully I can retain and have a full... Imagine that if by the end of the year I have like a full white goatee. But anyway, I know that has nothing to do with the schedule. I knew people would bring it up that, oh, Phil's goatee's bigger, right?
All right. Enough. It looks
so
better.
Let's talk about this week.
Let's
talk about what you can expect. Whatever. First of all, I'm going to tell you right up front what not to expect this week. Number one, don't expect Ask the King. I'll be honest with you guys, because I am in the middle of tons of long playthroughs and stuff.
Those people that paid me $20 for a question, I was sick, you scrubs. Wait till the end of the month.
I don't know if we're going to have an Ask the King this month.
Amazing.
Or, I'm sorry, this week, or even in the next few weeks. What I might do, I know there was no episode of Ask the King in August, as I had planned on doing because I was sick. I'm thinking maybe I'll just do one in late September, near the end of the month. And any questions that were patron questions, where people pledged $20 or more, I'll answer all of those in one big grouping in that episode.
Wait 2 months.
Plus, I think it'll be good because I'll have more questions to pull from. Ultimately, it makes the show a little bit better when I have more questions. So,
I tweeted about this actually, and I didn't know if that was the case because he isn't completely transparent in his schedule that he posts, but I assumed. And I didn't want to say anything about it until I knew for sure. This motherfucker got probably 100 questions last month and in August. Plus he got like 2, maybe 3 Patreon questions. People that paid $20 to get a question answered. He didn't do Ask the King because he was sick. And apparently he still can't do Ask the King. And now he's going to do it at the end of this month. So the people that paid $20 the month before last have to wait until the end of this month to get a question answered. They pay $20 fucking and they have to wait more than 2 months to get a question answered. And the people that send him free questions, he might have been, he might have had the question written down to answer, but now he's gonna accept questions for an entire month now. Instead of him just taking questions for August, now he's gonna take it. I can't even talk tonight. Instead of him taking questions for August, now he's going to take questions for August and September. So if you send him a free question, it's even less of a chance that it'll get answered. Because let's be completely honest, the dude accepts like maybe 100 questions every month. Well, not even every month for every Ask the King, and he only answers like 9 or 10 of them. While that dog is going ape shit, he only answers like 9 or 10 of them. And now, instead of 100 questions, he might have 200. So if you send him a free question, you're pretty much fucked because it's not going to get read. It's like winning the lottery to get this dude to answer a question. So, yep. Thanks, people that wasted your time sending him questions.
Oh, I'll tell you this. There already is a thread on thekingofhate.com to post up your questions for Ask the King. Please post up your questions continuously. In that thread, you'll see it says, will be rescheduled.
Please post up your questions continuously. Even though I accepted dozens and dozens and dozens of questions last month, give me more questions this month so I could probably not answer it at the end of this month. Thanks.
For September, post up in that one. And eventually when I settle in for the date, I'll change it and I'll let everyone know. But it's looking like, yes, it's probably going to be either late September and or early October for the next episode of Ask the King. All right? And that might be the last one for this month, this year. I'm not sure. We have to see how busy I am with other games. But I think I might be able to squeeze one in November as well. Okay.
You better, because you don't want to change your Patreon goals.
So that's Ask the King. Will not happen this week.
Well, your Patreon perks.
The Until Dawn review should happen sometime this week. And what I mean by that is,
so it's not
after I film the weekend preview right now, I'm actually going to film the spoken word vlog style portion, meaning me talking to the camera for Until Dawn. But tonight, there's no way I'm going to have time to edit the whole thing. It takes several hours to edit one of these reviews. And this week, I'm going to be bogged down with gameplay all week. Like, at least 4 days, I'm doing double streams. What I'm thinking of is this coming Friday. What I'll do is I'll do one gameplay stream, and then instead of a second gameplay stream, I'll edit the Until Dawn thing. I'll do patron stuff. And maybe I'll even work a little bit on getting stuff together for that best and worst of Alan Wake montage, okay? So that's what I'm thinking is this Friday night, instead of, another gameplay stream, take some time out, finish the Alan Wake review.
What great fans DSP has.
Finish the Until Dawn review, and do a few other things, work on a few other things for patrons and stuff like that, okay? So, yes, the Until Dawn review is coming this week. I'm working some of it tonight, and probably some of it later in the week, and hopefully I'll have it released for you by the weekend, all right? I have some interesting things to say about that game. I really do. I think some people will be surprised what I have to say about Until Dawn. But we'll see, okay?
Take a sip. It looks like Nestle water.
Now, as you can probably hear right now, I'm sounding a little bit better. I still got this really nasty cold symptom going on that's kind of really just nasty drippiness down the back of my throat, and it is annoying me. But I'm getting a little bit better every single day. I'm hoping by the end of this week, I'll be in tip-top shape, which will be great, because as you know, there's tons of games coming out shortly.
To sit on
Let's talk about this week, what I'll be playing, and what I won't be playing, so there's no misconceptions. And then we'll talk a little bit about the future, the rest of the month. All right?
Why are you talking about the rest of the month?
This week, what am I doing? I will be continuing Metal Gear Solid 5. I'll be continuing with Mad Max. And this week, after having a little bit of a hiatus there, I'm going to begin mixing in Fallout New Vegas again into the gameplay schedule. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're going to have 2 streams a day of one of those or 2 of those 3 games.
Why are you touching your hair so much? Stop
and then come the weekend, you know, I only do 1 stream on Friday, like I just told you, because Friday, second half of the day, I'll be working on the Until Dawn review. Saturday and Sunday, yes, I only do 1 stream those days, but with good reason. You know, Saturday I'm out doing errands, and Sunday I'll be doing the weekend preview like right now, and also after that I'll probably be working on things like the best and worst of Alan Wake and stuff like that.
So this is the dude that has a Patreon account. You know, alleging to the fact that he doesn't have a lot of money. He streams 1 time on Sunday because he does the weekend preview Sunday. So instead of streaming for 2 hours Sunday, he gets in front of his computer, he clicks a couple times in OBS, and he gets the layout on the screen, and he talks for 30 minutes. Instead of you streaming for 2 hours, you talking for 30 minutes is gonna kill the second stream. What? And he only streams once on Saturday because he does errands on Saturday. You know, because he can't do stuff during the week. He has to do everything one day. Whatever, that's just bad time management on his time. But you would think a person that's broke or a person that's in debt would try to spend more time trying to not be broke or not be in debt. Whatever, his problem, not
mine. We're talking... 11 gameplay streams this week. If I alternate between those games evenly, each game should be played around 3 to 4 times this week, which I think will be perfect. Okay?
I'm sure a human can watch 11 3-hour streams in 1 week.
Yes. How's it going to work? What's the schedule?
Sure, one person can watch.
Well, I don't want to commit to anything 100% because there may be a day where...
I don't want to commit to anything 100%. Why do you do a weekend preview then? Isn't this basically your schedule for the week? But you don't want to commit to anything. So why the fuck does this video exist? Why does this video exist?
To play one of them over the other, or maybe there's a big development in one game and I want to play it more right away rather than another. What I will tell you is this Monday, the 7th of September, the first stream of the day will be Mad Max, and the second stream will be more Fallout New Vegas.
People that watch this video are going to watch
that obviously means that Tuesday, I'm probably going to want to return to Metal Gear Solid 5.
Whatever.
So I'll probably do that on first stream on Tuesday. And then second stream may be one of those games. Wednesday, then, obviously, will be dependent on what I choose for Tuesday, and so on and so forth.
Something 4 days straight. Let me make sure and confirm if this is on the screen. Remember, you guys, everyone on Twitch that's successful, everyone that streams and that's successful, people on Twitch, all they do is beg for money. They say, please donate, please donate, please donate. They do that all day. That's the whole focus of the stream. DSP, he doesn't do that. He's a real streamer. He doesn't care about donations. He doesn't care about getting money from his fans. He doesn't ask for donations at all. Except when he does a weekend preview, he puts patreon.com/darksidefield on the fucking screen.
Alternating between those 3 games. This coming Friday, Mario Maker, Super Mario Maker is coming out, and I want to check this game out. I'm interested.
Take a trip back to the past. Watch DSP's E3 Nintendo video, or watch my version of DSP's E3 Nintendo video. Find the Mario Maker part. He puked on Mario Maker. He didn't even shit on it. He puked on it. He compared it to fucking, what's the name of that Media Molecule game? I can't even think of it. Sackboy, blah, 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 platform. I don't remember the name. I never fucking played that game. He compared it to that game. And he talked about how that game never blew up and it never became a huge deal. And then Mario Maker isn't going to blow up and a lot of people don't want to make Mario levels and all of that shit. But fast forward, now he's so interested in Mario Maker, he can't wait to play it.
Interested in it. When I was a kid, I've said this in a few videos now. When I was a kid, I was actually interested in designing my own Mario levels. I actually had this like big drawing art paper, long ass paper, and I would draw in mini little Mario levels from Super Mario Brothers 1. Of man, if I could make my own level, I wonder if this is what I would want it to look like and have a jump.
I'm not gonna question him bringing up his own past because only he knows and no one else knows, but if you really design your own Mario levels on pen and paper like that, like you're talking about, why you didn't talk about it when you talked about Mario Maker during E3? Why did you instead shit on Mario Maker? I can't wait for somebody in the comment to tell me the name of the game I'm thinking of. I'm just hearing Sackboy in my head. Little Big Planet. That's the name of it. Little fucking Big Planet. He compared it to Little Big Planet. And I remember when I did my video, basically reacting to his video of E3, I said, yeah, you know, Little Big Planet still kind of was a big deal, but you can't compare Mario Maker to Little Big Planet. It's fucking Mario. That's like comparing a Big Mac to a burger you can fry on a skillet at home and make it look like a Big Mac. The legit Big Mac is still going to have more clout than your homemade Big Mac because it's a fucking Big Mac. Mario is going to get way more clout than fucking Sackboy. It's fucking Mario. You can make a Mario coloring book and this shit would sell 20 million copies because it's fucking Mario. But whatever. Apparently DSP has always wanted to design his own Mario levels, even though it's been ways to do that for the last, 15 years? He never did it. All those Mario hacks that exist, he never played them. When he first heard about Mario Maker during E3, he shat on it. But no, he wants to make his own Mario levels
and this and that. And it was cool for me to do that when I was a kid. It was like I felt like I was a game creator. And I'll be honest with you, I never really had that craving in any other game besides Super Mario.
Look at his eyes.
And all of a sudden, Mario Maker is actually coming out. So what I want to do this Friday, when it releases, I'm going to go pick it up. Yes, I am going to be playing Mario Maker this Friday. I'm going to be messing around with it on my Wii U, and we're going to see exactly what happens. You know, if people like it or not. It'll be a session, right? I may play it more the next week or over the weekend if people are liking it and they want to see me do more. If anything, what I might do is make 1 or 2 levels myself, mess around with the tools and stuff for exploration of the game.
He has no creativity.
And then maybe jump online and see some of the levels that people have been making. I'm sure they'll have some kind of a system where you can see what people have made and maybe see what's been voted the highest, similar to like Little Big Planet had, and maybe check some of those out. And if I go like super in-depth or not will determine on the feedback. Do people like the content? Are they enjoying it or not?
People won't enjoy it. It's a Nintendo game.
One quick thing. Don't worry, I know there's been all this controversy around the internet about Nintendo's going to content ID claim everyone on this game. I am a managed partner with Machinima.
Here we go.
They vouch for me, therefore I don't get content ID matches. I could get copyright strikes, which is the issues that I had these past few weeks. And by the way, good news, those copyright strikes are completely cleared up, so I have nothing negative against any of my channels on YouTube whatsoever. I'm in the clear. Thank you to those of you who were very patient when I could not live stream. Thanks to Machinima for working with YouTube to get that stuff cleared up. Awesome, right? So because I'm a managed partner with Machinima, I'm able to do Mario Maker coverage, and I have to worry about them content ID matching all of my videos. So don't worry, whatever content I put out of that game will be
Machinima.
fully monetizable, and I won't have to worry about, oh no, I can't make a living now because Nintendo claims all the ad revenue on the videos of their games, which is
such
fucking
great guys.
preposterous. So that's going to be this Friday, and then the
system.
weekend will be dependent on if people like Mario Maker, you want to see more, or maybe, you had a day away from Metal Gear, go back to Metal Gear, yada, yada.
People are going to want to see Mario Maker.
So there's a couple things I didn't mention that for this week that I want to throw out there to let you know what's going on. I did not mention Tearaway Unfolded. This is the re-release, remaster of the game Tearaway, which was actually very popular on the PS Vita a couple of years back. Made by the same people who made Little Big Planet. And I am interested in playing the game.
He's not going to play it.
But with the fact that I've got Metal Gear Solid 5, Mad Max, Fallout, and yes, I'm going to try out Mario Maker this week, I don't want to put another game in there. I think that would be insane suicide. Like, I know from experience now, last year at the end of the year, there were 2 weeks where there were like 7 new games that came out. And I said, I'm going to play them all, and I tried to alternate between them all. It flopped miserably because people were like, you're playing too much at once. We want more of the game we want to see right away. And because you're not doing it, I lost attention. I couldn't retain the viewership.
I love how he listens to his fans when they want him to do less work.
And by the time that I was at the end of long playthroughs like Dragon Age, Inquisition, no one was watching anymore.
Because
I don't want to do that. I want to be focusing on only a small amount of games,
like Metal Gear Solid 5 from him. It's
so that I can actually give attention to them. Now, Fallout New Vegas is a downtime playthrough, so that's actually not a big deal that I'm not focusing on it all the time. But I want to be consistently playing Metal Gear Solid 5 and Mad Max at least every couple of days, a few times a week, so I can get through those games by the end of the month. Because it is ultimately my goal that by the end of September,
I love playing video games. Get through them. I want to get through these games. Get through them.
Completed Fallout New Vegas, Metal Gear Solid 5, and Mad Max. All right. No matter what else I may play this month, whether I delve with Mario Maker, I end up playing Tearaway or not. Later this month, there's other games like Soma, the survival horror game, and then later on in the month, I might try out the new Tony Hawk game. Ultimately, my goal is to finish those 3 games by the end of the month. And if I've done that, then I feel like I've done my job and I've accomplished what I meant to do this month. All right. I don't think anyone fathomed that Metal Gear Solid 5 was going to be a 50 to 100 hour game. At this point now, I've played around 15
maybe if you did
hours,
like 2 hours or
but in 1 week,
if you did 2 minutes,
so you figure another week, maybe I'll put in another 10 to 15 hours. Another week, another 10 to 15 hours. So hopefully by the end of the month, I'll have beaten it. Mad Max, I've heard is pretty long, but I don't know how long. I'm sure it's not 50 hours long. But I'm liking the game and I'm playing it at my own pace, and I hope that everyone who is watching that playthrough is enjoying it. I'll be honest, I am disappointed that a lot of people are just saying, this month is Metal Gear month, I don't care about anything else. And I'm like, but Mad Max is pretty good. It's a unique combination of different kinds of gameplay. It ties in with the movie. I just saw the movie this past week and really liked it, and I like that I can make references now to stuff I saw in the movie. And so people forget it. If it's not Metal Gear, I don't care about it. In September. I hate that attitude. Combat. You gotta have a more open mind. Even if you just give videos a look, okay, I don't like the game. But so many people have this closed-minded mentality that I'm not going to check out anything unless it's the big overhyped thing, right? That's a shame.
Look at him.
I mean, I'm happy if you are watching the Metal Gear Solid 5 playthrough, and that's all you're watching. Great, but I wish people would give other stuff a chance. I mean, Until Dawn, let's face it, people are telling me my Until Dawn playthrough is one of the best playthroughs.
This is a common thing with DSP when he plays games that aren't hyped and he likes them and he wants more people to watch them. He's done this with, he's doing it with Mad Max now. He did it with the fucking, I can't come up with the name of these games. I'm sorry I didn't do research ahead of time. I mean, this is my first time watching it, so I couldn't do research on these games. But it's not the last time. He's done it multiple times. He did it when he was playing Majora's Mask on the 3DS, when he was like, "Oh, give it a look, give it a shot. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Give it a shot, give it a shot." When he plays these games and he likes them, and they're not getting good views, he shields the fuck out of them. And instead of him talking about the game he should talk about, he talks about the other game. For instance, he might do a Metal Gear Solid pre-stream, and he'll talk about Mad Max on the pre-stream. Whatever.
I've done in years, like to return to classic me. People were absolutely saying it's a must-watch if you're a fan of me.
Must-watch.
That's an awesome feeling. To hear that from fans who maybe haven't even watched my stuff in a while and they came back to watch the playthrough. And let me tell you, oh my god, that playthrough's got ridiculous views. You guys are awesome. I love it. I mean, I love the game. I'm happy that I played the game the way that I did honest commentary. I'm happy that you liked the fact that I played it twice, different ways.
But let me, I just want to say this. If you do something, you know, something that requires on actual humans to interact with if you make a product that's required, you know, and your product requires humans to interact with it, whether it's music or movies or TV shows or books, novels, comics, anime, fucking manga, video games, YouTube videos, Twitch streaming, anything. And people say, well, the stuff you did recently was really good. It was way better than everything else you ever did in a long time. And I really like it more than I like everything else you've been doing recently. If you hear that, that would make you say, damn, maybe I should change the way I'm doing stuff. Or it would either make you say that, or it would make you say, damn, maybe I'm doing something wrong and I need to change it to when I'm not doing something wrong. That's what happened to him with his Until Dawn playthrough. Guess what? He didn't change anything.
Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. But if you gave that game a shot, why wouldn't you give... Nope, Metal Gear Solid 5's out. Metal Gear Solid 5, that's all I want to talk about to this month. Metal Gear Solid 5, and that's how people are. I don't know.
But Mad Max is boring. And you look at the chat all the time. Take a sip.
Me, I'm always willing to give anything a shot.
Because he wasn't looking at the chat,
but
because it was legit commentary.
Just to give you some perspective, less than half the amount of people who watched my Metal Gear Solid 5 playthrough so far have checked out any of the videos of Mad Max. It's got about half the viewership. That's silly in my opinion. At least give it a chance, but I digress. Alright, so that's kind of the idea. So I'm not doing Tearaway this week because that would be silly. We need to start another playthrough this week. I mean, I would have no room to fit it. Maybe by the end of the month, if I do finish up with the game and I have time to do it, then I'll do it. But I'm not going to make any promises there. I certainly don't want to start up with a new game.
No time to play games. You play games for a living, no time to play games.
Maybe I'll hold off on it and something, maybe as things get slower or into next month. 5 hours a day equals 11. Okay. The Godfather co-op playthrough. Yeah, I know, everyone. Let's face it, at this point, that playthrough kind of is a little screwed. And what I mean by that is if you've watched all the videos, you know we played this throughout the entire month, half of July and all of August. We had planned to finish it by the end of August. We actually put in extra time to try to finish it by the end of August. Like I played 3 extra hours than I thought I was going to. I still didn't beat it because the final mission of the game is insanely, ridiculously difficult. I'm pretty sure if I played it for about another 1 to 2 hours, I could beat it. But right now, I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of people clamoring for that. They want to see the current game.
Who cares?
So eventually, Leanna and I will take a day, maybe a Saturday, coming up, where we will actually finish the game and do the co-op commentary. But at this point, again, it's not going to be this week. I don't want to promise anything to anyone of when it's going to be. We have to wait for it to slow down a little bit, or at least for me to get more meatily into these games that I'm playing. All right?
Okay. So, he can't do Ask the King. You know, he got paid $40 at least at the minimum by 2 different people to answer questions on Ask the King. If he can't do that, why would I assume he can play fucking Godfather? Dude, if the Godfather playthrough doesn't get finished, that's pitiful. When you have not even 2 hours of gameplay left.
So,
good Lord.
To recap, ladies and gentlemen, patrons, please check Patreon. Make sure your pledges went through. If it didn't, you only have a couple days left to update your info.
Trolls,
and then I'm going to start working on the perks by the end of this week for people who pledged in August.
Send me the money, troll
please nominate your funniest and favorite moments from the Alan Wake playthrough on the KingofHate.com forums.
Watch all of my old ass videos and spend 6 hours, 7 hours of your day watching videos and do my work for me.
Around roughly the middle to late
Pay me and
September.
Do my work for me.
This week in particular, don't expect Tearaway Unfolded.
Don't expect me to play more than 5 games at one time.
Because I'm already ingrained in so much other stuff that it's not enough time. However, do expect the Until Dawn review by the end of the week. Do expect many more sessions of Metal Gear Solid 5, Mad Max, Fallout New Vegas, and some Mario Maker by the end of the week. And outside of all that, this rest of this month, when I look at the actual calendar, it looks to me like Soma is coming out not next week, but the week after. And it looks to me like at the end of the month we've got that one day when it's NBA 2K and Tony Hawk. At this rate, with the fact that these games I'm playing are so long, I'm leaning strongly against playing NBA 2K this year. I'm thinking maybe I'll just play Tony Hawk and finish off what other games I'm still playing at that point and haven't beaten yet. All
that
right?
Tony Hawk game is going to be
expect
garbage.
Reviews when I start finishing these games up. Yes, I will be reviewing them, but I have to finish them up before I can do that. Okay, I don't want to jump the gun.
He's going to regret that.
Try to review a game before I feel like giving it a fair shake.
Let me pause right here. Even if you don't like NBA 2K, if you don't care about basketball, even if you really hype for the Tony Hawk game, you cannot tell me as a YouTuber that plays games for a job, plays games for a living, that it's a good choice to play Tony fucking Hawk over NBA 2K. You know NBA 2K is going to be hyped up like a motherfucker, and a bunch of people are going to want to see it. Play both. Tony Hawk is like, what? Might take 3 or 4 streams to beat it. NBA 2K, you could play that maybe 7 or 8 streams before you get tired of it, maybe a little bit more. Well, no, just skip NBA 2K 16.
That's why I wanted to play Until Dawn a second time and experience the other kind of side of the story before I reviewed the game fully, because I didn't want to kind of jump the gun and say, wow, I really like the first playthrough, but what's the replayability? I don't know. Let me review it now. That wouldn't have made sense, okay? Outside of all that, I'm in a good mood. I mean, I am. I love the hardcore gaming season, regardless of the fact that I feel shitty, my neck, everything, right now, it's sore right here. If I touch right here, inside my throat, it hurts, because I got this fucking drippage coming down my throat. And it sucks. But I'm happy. I got my streaming capabilities back. The copyright strikes are gone. Views are pretty good right now. People seem to be tuning in every. By the way, I'm using the new YouTube gaming streaming. I don't know how many of you have noticed this or not. I am using YouTube gaming on a daily basis to stream now. I have absolutely no idea if I'm even going to get paid for any of it, because the way it works is so ambiguous and different from the old way that I used to stream. But the streams show up faster now, where people are saying it's available to watch, and it's easier to watch it on the YouTube gaming app than it was earlier. My viewership seems to be pretty good every day that I stream on this thing. So I really have no complaints right now. Things are going pretty good. FYI, the final thing I'll say in this video, I'll give 2 gratuitous plugs, okay?
Oh, good.
Number 1, I am going to be updating my Patreon for the month of September shortly.
How is this a gratuitous plug that he had to warn us about? He talked about Patreon in the beginning of the video, and then it says Patreon on the fucking screen. If I could... Yeah, I'm pointing right. It says Patreon on the fucking screen. You don't have to give a gratuitous plug. It's on the screen.
I see the link over here. You can check it out now if you want, but nothing's updated for the month of September yet. This month in particular, if you've been waiting to pledge, this might be the month you want to pledge, because there's a special event I'm going to do in late October where the patrons are going to nominate and vote on a fun marathon I'm going to do. I think people are going to love the idea.
This is the thing. This is the logic I've been missing. How long is this? Oh wow, we might finish this before we get to 15 minutes, which is great. Just like I said a long time ago, usually these videos they end up being double the length of the normal video. Like for instance, this video is 23 minutes long. My video is probably going to be around 45 or 50 minutes long. Anyway, I don't understand the logic of, oh man, if you were waiting to be a Patreon, this month is the perfect month because we're going to do something that's going to be super interactive next week. You've been having people vote on stuff. They're going to get to vote on stuff. Spoiler alert, they're going to get to vote on something. What's special about that? They've already been able to vote. But it's going to be a horror marathon. They get to vote on the horror games you play. They get to vote on the costume you wear when you stream. I don't know, but it's going to be voting for something. It's not like it's going to be something unique.
I can't wait to see what people start nominating for this idea, but I'll get to that. I don't want to spoil it yet. I'm going to get to it in a little bit, but this is going to be an awesome month for Patreon, but I haven't updated it or anything yet. You'll hear me talking more about it as we get further into the month, especially by the end of this week when I start working on everyone else's perks, and those are out of the way. Then for August, then I can work on September.
If they want to be a part of the awesome month. Good job.
Outside of all that's funny, because I guarantee you there's still stuff I haven't mentioned. Like, I have a Duke Nukem statue this week that's up for sale. And, there's all these things that I'm doing constantly. It's hard for me to even keep them all in my mind of when, did I talk about it all in the video. Podcast. Some people ask me, when am I going to do the next Hate Live podcast? I don't know. I'll probably tell you it'll probably be not this week coming, maybe the week after, or maybe the week after that. So either the next to last or last week of September, I'll probably do a podcast that will cumulatively cover all the games that I've been playing and talk about some events and things, news and stuff that's been going on. But I don't have time right now. I'm in so many games right now.
So many
50-hour-long freaking games that I have to keep plugging away at the games. I don't want to fall so far behind that now I'm playing these games in October when there's other games coming out that could be a nightmare. It could be the worst possible thing. I have to dedicate myself. I have to tough through this sickness. and play as much as I can and get as far as I can, and that's my goal for you.
Still play only 5 hours.
That's really it for the weekend preview, everyone. FYI, no patron crawl this week because the patrons haven't fully processed yet. Like I said, next week we'll have the patron crawl. The thank you to the August patrons.
The money come through.
I thank everyone
if the
here
money don't clear, you don't get
watching
a
the
shout
weekend
out.
preview. Please spread the word so people check out the weekend preview. I've actually noticed the past 2 weeks the weekend preview has gotten a really good view.
This is my last time pausing right before the end of the video. Your money has to 100% clear through to his fucking account before he even gives you his shout out. But he shits on people on Twitch when motherfuckers on Twitch get donations and they don't even know if the donation is legit or not. People get donations and then 2 hours later, somebody done filed a claim and they get the money back. Those people get shout out. No. The DSP, the money has to 100% clear. You're not even getting half a shout out from him until our money is in his account. What a nice guy he is, right?
So that's good. It means that more people are watching, and that means that more people are in the know on what I'm doing, and that's a great feeling. FYI, if things do change with my schedule, or if you want to know the concrete games I'm playing every day, check out my Twitter.
The schedule shouldn't change.
At they call me DSP. That's where nightly I put up an updated schedule, so you'll always know what I'm going to be up to the next day. All right? That's it, everyone. Peace out. Thank you for watching the weekend preview. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for all the new gameplay this week. I hope to see you on stream. If I don't, I hope to see you on the videos on YouTube. Peace out, everyone. Have a good night. I will see you for gameplay very soon.
How exciting. No patron crawl for you tonight. But yeah, this video has been about 45 minutes long, so I'm proud of that. I didn't make it go longer than I wanted to make it go. And I think I might have said this in the beginning. These videos are hosted on a new channel. They're not hosted on my original channel anymore because nonsense that I'd rather not talk about, at least not anymore. But I'm going to pull a DSP and I'm going to talk about it like every week anyway. But yeah, what today is? Upcoming things for me, because he could do a weekend preview, I can do one too. Upcoming things for me. I still have to upload the second annual Pandally endurance stream. I have to upload an endurance stream of the entire DSP Metal Gear Solid 2 playthrough. That shit is like 12 hours long. And this week sometime, and this information is going to be extremely irrelevant when you see this video, but this week sometime I'm going to do the finale, maybe, of the Pandally endurance stream on Twitch. I might finish it. I might not. I don't know yet. Besides that, I might do a clone machine stream when Mario Maker come out. But I mean, if I do, I'll upload a video when it's live and when I'm actually streaming. So that's, it's no point in me mentioning that. But thank you for watching this video. If you sat around this long, and yeah. Hopefully you're excited for the week of DSP coming up with Mario Maker and Metal Gear Solid, the game he hates, and Mad Max, the game no one else wants to see, and Fallout, the game that's really old. Hopefully you're excited, and hopefully you can watch DSP's entire Alan Wake playthrough, then go on his Nazi forums and tell DSP your favorite parts of the playthrough so he can do his montage and he can get paid for it. No, never mind. He already got paid for it. So hopefully you can help him do his job. And first comment, suck it. And that's it. I'm not going to render this. I'm just going to upload it as is because I don't feel like waiting for shit to render. So, see ya.